Hey gang, Mark Sweeney here with the K-Team, Krista and Kirsten. If you've tuned in to previous Wisdom Wednesdays, you know all about them. They joined Austin Dental Spa in August, and they've just taken us to a whole nother level. It's been great watching them integrate into what I already thought was a fun practice, and now it's even more fun. Mark Sweeney here from Austin Dental Spa in beautiful Austin, Texas. We're about to get another cold front and drop down into the 60s. But if you're first time to Wisdom Wednesday, then let me just give you a little briefing. We do this every Wednesday about this time. Normally we do it Facebook Live, but our camera person was unable to be here today. So we're doing it in a virtual studio with my marketing person who's actually in Santa Fe, New Mexico, filming this for us. So hi Laura, and thank you for being here. And thank you in the audience for tuning in. If you've tuned in before, you know we always have a little bit of a scientific thing, something we hope you'll find interesting. Today is no different, and then we end with a health tip. And today I'm not going to give it away too much, but Cheesehead here, who grew up in Wisconsin, is going to do the health tip, and you'll understand why when we get there.
Go back, go.
Yeah, we've got a great topic. I hit this probably every 3 months. So if you've tuned in for a long time, you've heard about this before, but I can't re-emphasize it enough. It's called the oral systemic connection, and it's all about the connection between what's going on in the mouth, particularly the bacteria and funguses, and what goes on in the rest of the body. 45 years ago in dental school, they taught us that everything, we didn't need to learn anything about anything beyond here, that everything we needed to learn was in the mouth. Well, now we know that those bacteria don't stay there. And so as part of our Movember, if you were tuned in last week, you know we started the month of November, and I started growing a beard, which I do every November in honor of Men's Health awareness. It used to be just about prostate disease. Now it's about men's health, men's testicular cancer, which we'll cover next week, and then men's mental health, which they probably will do without me even being here, since they know more about where we need help than I do.
A lot.
So anyway, that's kind of the format for the rest of the month, and our theme this month is Get Moving in Movember. And so you'll see this hairy face get even hairier by the end of the month. I look forward to the 1st of November every year because I don't have to shave for a month, and then I can't wait till the 1st of December because the mask starts scratching me and getting a little uncomfortable. But anyway, let's get into our health topic. Oral systemic connection. It's been around for about 20 years now that there is a connection between what goes on in the mouth and what goes on in the rest of the body. So Kirsten, you want to tell us one of the first connections?
Yes. So as you mentioned before, you went to dental school 45 years ago. We did not go to dental school 45 years ago, and they taught us.
You weren't even born 45 years ago.
One of the big things that there is a link between is cardiovascular disease. The bacteria in our mouths can spread, and there has been a link between the risk of having a stroke. So that is one of the connections that can be made.
And having heart attacks, increased risk. And it's really not what periodontal disease in the mouth, it's chronic inflammation, period. But periodontal disease fits into that category of an inflammation that's just there all the time. And your immune system, the human immune system, finally just gets tired of it. If it's spending 10% of the energy that you've got fighting off some kind of chronically inflamed area of your body. Our area just of expertise happens to be the mouth, so we know a little more about gum disease than the average person out there. But it's that chronic inflammation that's what changes your immune system, and finally your immune system just says, what the hell, I'm out of here, and bad things start happening through the whole body. So what's another one besides cardiovascular disease, Krista?
Another one is Alzheimer's disease. So what we have found is that the same plaque that causes periodontal disease, gingivitis, that same bacteria in the plaque can also go up to your brain, and it kind of settles in an area in your brain, and that's known to cause Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, the only other place that they find that bacteria that's in your mouth is in the areas in Alzheimer's patients who have succumbed, because not very many live people want to donate their brain to science so that they can study it. But there's a link there. We don't know the exact cause and effect, but that's kind of a smoking gun, that the only other place besides the mouth that they find these spirochetes is in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. So got to be something going on there. So all the more reason to brush and floss at night. Another one is diabetes, which is, when I was a kid, we didn't understand all this stuff very much. There was no such thing as adult onset diabetes. It was all genetic. And now adult onset diabetes is one of the things that's on the rise in the United States right now because of all the fast foods and the poor diets and the obese people, that we're seeing more and more people that have not been diabetic in their life become diabetic. And they've drawn links in the last 10 years between and it works both ways. If you're diabetic, you're much more likely to have gum disease. And if you have gum disease that's uncontrolled, you're much more likely to become diabetic. So all the more reason to brush and floss at night. And then the last link that I'm going to let the two of them talk about, because it has to do with pregnancy issues.
The last link is between, like he said, with pregnancy. It can have a connection to low-term babies.
Low birth weight babies.
Low birth weight babies.
And early-term pregnancies.
Early-term pregnancies, yes.
Yeah. So if you're pregnant and you've got gum disease, you're much more likely to either have that baby sooner than it should have come out, or for the baby when it does come out to be a lower weight than necessary. So the medical team has to work hard to get your baby healthy. So you can eliminate all that by just taking better care of your teeth. Obstetricians are finally figuring that out, and they're starting to advise newly pregnant women to go have a dental appointment and get everything checked out. Finally, it's only taken 50 years. So, okay, our health tip for the week. Cheesehead, take it away. Holidays are coming.
Man, I didn't even know this was real, but I'm completely on board with this. Mark just told me this tip, that after eating something sweet, and if you don't have a toothbrush, or you can't floss or brush your teeth, the best thing to do is eat a piece of sharp cheddar cheese, because the abrasiveness in the cheese will help remove some of that sugary plaque, and then it also is basic in nature. So there's calcium, and it helps neutralize all the sugary foods and anything acidic that you just have for dessert. So I'm on board. I'm going to eat cheese after every time I have dessert. Say no more.
We had to give the cheese one to the Wisconsin girl.
Yep.
So
Go cheese.
we'll find something for St. Louis girl here in a future Wisdom Wednesday. But those holiday parties are coming up. I've already got several on my schedule between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and there's always the dessert tray that's got all the things that we know we're not supposed to like eating, but we do anyway. I had a handful of M&Ms today at lunch because one of our salespeople brought them. I know, but I didn't do it in public. I just admitted it in public. But anyway, we all eat that kind of stuff. But at a holiday party, they almost always have a plate of cheese cubes. And it's been shown that it's not the same as brushing your teeth. But if you're at your friend's house, you don't want to go into their guest bathroom and brush your teeth or floss and have those little white spots on the mirror. So, it's a quick and easy bite into a piece of cheese that it's just the right thickness to wipe some of the sticky, gooey chocolate stuff that you just ate off. So, still need to brush at home that night. So, hope this has been helpful information right here before the holidays. We'll look forward to bringing you more scintillating topics like this in future Wisdom Wednesdays. In the meantime, we'll be back next week for another episode of Wisdom Wednesday.